Let's start with joys. Cal, welcome back.
I'm going to be back for a few days.
Oh, heck, it's Cal.
All the good things I said about my mother before she decided to break her hip the very next week, I still endorse.
Well, we are glad to have you back. I hope you enjoy your break and you continue to have our prayers on the path to recovery with your parents. I have two joys. My boyfriend Josh and his parents are here with us today.
Welcome.
And my other joy is my brother has a job in West Virginia that he accepted. That happened sort of unexpectedly, and we'll be back in West Virginia this week. So that's a joy. Are there other joys this morning? Okay, Nancy, and then we'll get back to
I
Austin.
had the absolute pure blessing of being at Mount Olive and watching Brian Ferguson come out the doors there after 11 years in there this week. And I've talked with him several times, and he wants me to extend my thanks, his thanks for all the prayers from this church and all the other folks we've asked for prayer. It's amazing to hear him talk about what it's like to be out here now after 11 years inside. And he gives God the credit for it, and that's just such a blessing. I'm so blessed to have gotten to pray with him and minister and help him through this time. So that's just a huge praise.
What was his name again?
Brian Ferguson.
So it's a praise. Brian Ferguson is out of jail, and our prayers continue to be with him because he still has a journey ahead.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
All right, Austin, what's your joy? You won a fourth place trophy yesterday. Congratulations, buddy. Was that in wrestling? Was that in your wrestling tournament? All right. Well, he's our little wrestling star. Okay.
While we're talking about that, Carly got first place in the science fair, her grade and her category.
Yes. So congratulations to Carly. First place in science fair. She's quite proud. She's got her ribbon today. If anyone wants to look at it.
Should be telling.
Yes. Yes. Robert.
I enjoyed my great grandma Nungi, and she's still able to come to Thanksgiving for us, so I'm glad.
Well, that is a joy that your great grandma can still come to Thanksgiving dinner. Other joys? Yes.
I have prayers that I've been offering for some time, for years now, and half of one's answered. I'm ready to go get it.
Okay, so some prayers have been answered that have been a long waited. Yes.
Cal and I celebrate 42 years of my being married.
All right. Well, happy anniversary. Other joys?
Yeah, my kids will be down at Thanksgiving, going to cook all the goodies.
All right, so your kids are coming in and they're going to do all the cooking? All right, sounds like a good deal to me.
Well, I put a 21-pound turkey in the refrigerator thawing out, so I hope it'll be enough.
21 pounds, I'm sure you guys will be well fed. All right, let's turn to concerns. What concerns do we have? Tavia.
One of my good friend's brother was in a car accident. He's in hospital.
Okay, so your friend's brother was in a car accident. We'll continue to pray for him.
Continue to remember the Flogger family as they get used to the fact that Allison's living with Jesus in the big, big house with a big, big table with lots and lots of food, as Avery says. And remember the Kaufman family. I got an email late last night that David Kaufman, who is a client of mine, who was in prison, had maybe a year or so left until he discharged his sentence, passed away unexpectedly Friday, and I don't know any details, but keep the Kaufman family in prayer. Remember the homeless and those battling mental health and substance abuse. The homeless right now, this is a really difficult, cold time, so continue to remember them.
So we should remember the homeless, those with mental health and addiction.
And Uncle Jim, I forgot.
Uncle Jim, who is now at home out of the hospital. Continue to pray for Allison Plover's family, as well as, what was the other name I missed? Kaufman?
Kaufman family.
Dave Kaufman family and their loss. Any other concerns this morning?
I'd like to remember my son and his families that they're going through a major trial right now. And just again,
So we'll continue to pray for all of you and your family, but especially remember Aaron and the trials you all are experiencing.
This time of the year, families are great, but the broken parts are more painful, so. It becomes us as Christians, and I know Aunt, not just talking about Aunt, all of us, if there was a broken place in your family, do all you can to mend it. Amen.
All right, so we remember in the holidays that brokenness and guilt and grief and some of those feelings that often come with family are felt even more so. And not only pray for those situations, but do the best we can in our Christian discipleship to reach out. Okay, Robert.
My Debbie is diagnosed with cancer.
Okay.
She's going to have surgery early in December. So I don't know yet, what exactly they're going to do.
Okay, so we'll pray for Aunt Debbie and her upcoming journey with cancer.
I forgot those deployed. We had about 300 or 400 from this area deployed to Afghanistan a month or so ago. Remember them and their families as we go through this season.
Okay, so remember all of those who are deployed, especially during the holidays. And I actually didn't see the clip, and that reminds me. Marty Queen, one of her daughters, is in Cuba with the military, and I believe she was on 60 Minutes the other day. So if you have a chance and want to go back, I tried to about 2 weeks ago. I saw a clip of it on Facebook. So talk about her work, well, the work in the military, but her presence was a part of that video.
Continue to remember my grandson Andrew and his job search, and to lift him up. He's feeling kind of low right now too. His money's kind of slim to none.
Yeah.
And like Chrissy, she has her surgery on her knee on the 3rd of December. And her divorce is final on the 2nd, so go figure.
So we'll continue to remember Andrew as he's looking for a job and some of the hardship he's facing right now, as well as Chrissy as the finalization of her divorce and her surgery happened 24 hours apart.
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll continue to hold Kim in our prayers, right, Tom? She's still struggling with her back.
But I saw her yesterday, and she was amazed. She was telling me an amazing story about how well she's relatively doing, and how she's thankful to God for that. And we'll share with anybody what kind of treatment she's having.
Oh, yeah, the treatment has worked. Unfortunately, all you have to do when you have a bad back is sneeze or turn
The wrong way.
the wrong way or too fast or something, and here it comes again.
Well, we'll keep remembering both of you. Any others this morning? Cal.
I'm here because my sister from York, Pennsylvania, who has always been single and has raised no more than a cat or two at a time, is taking care of
Well, that's one way to put it, Cal.
She'll have some of those duties this week as well. Keep them all.
So keep your family in prayer this week as they are taken care of by your sister. Okay.
My sister, it's a tough job.
And yes, it is. It's hard to be a caregiver.
Wow.
Okay. Any others this morning? Tavia.
I made some really big life decisions this week, and my grandparents passed early with my phone, so I doubled down to some to take some class. That's pretty exciting. And 4 years and 3 semesters. That's just huge rocket prayer to be
Okay, we'll definitely hold you in prayer. All right, let us turn together to prayer. Gracious and loving God, we give you thanks for the many joys that we have, those that we've celebrated with our friends and family, and those only you have borne witness to. But just as we have many joys, we have many sorrows and burdens, those that we have been able to share with one another, and those that we hide so deep in our hearts. But from you, O Lord, there can be no secrets, for you knitted us together in our mother's wombs. And we ask now, Lord, that you take all of those burdens and sorrows, those that we've shared and those that we hide, and you do with them what you will. And that as your disciples, you keep us open to the ways in which you will call us to be answers to prayer. You be your hands, your feet, your mouth, and presence for such a time as this. And we continue to pray for all of those who are sick, especially now during the holidays, that they and their families may experience your grace and your love. They may know your comfort and healing touch. And we ask that you be with those who care for them, and that they may be diligent and compassionate in all that they do, O Lord. That they too may find rest in you. And we continue to pray for all of those who journey through grief, whether it's new or has been there for a while. In the coming days, as we celebrate with our friends and family, we know we will feel loss. We ask that you grant us your peace that surpasses all understanding. And help us to have no fear, to know that you're with us every step of the journey. And we also ask, O Lord, that you be with all of those who are in need, whether it's in need of a friend or assistance with a bill, need of clean water or shelter, or just food to get by for the week. Whatever the need may be, O God, place people in their path to help them meet their needs. And we continue to pray for all of those regions that experience violence, whether it's violence due to war, or violence at home, or the workplace, or the schools. We ask that you send your Son, the Prince of Peace, to be present there, and disciples alongside, build peace here on earth as it is in heaven. And we continue to pray for all of those regions that have experienced disaster, especially for the Philippines, and pray for those who have been sent there to care for them. We ask, O Lord, you continue to be with the leaders of the world, and the leaders of our country, our state, and our community, and that you be with the leaders of our church and the Church Universal, that in all we do, O Lord, we strive to seek your will, and in doing so, do the most good, seek to do no harm, and stay in love with you. And as your children, we're bold to join our voices together and pray that prayer your Son taught us. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom,